Hello, hi, and welcome to Canva's World. And today I'll just be giving my 2 cents on a particular trending issue, the case of the Russian guy who has been trending for all the wrong reasons. Ghanaian women have also been trending for all the wrong reasons, and I want to highlight a different part of the whole thing. I feel like most people are talking about how cheap women are, how Ghanaian women look really bad, and don't get it twisted. They do. Not just Ghanaian women, African women in general. This thing has made us all look bad. Although it's easy for us to be like, oh, these ones are the ones that. But the truth of the matter is that if this matter did not cast, I don't know if you guys entered Nigeria yet. If this matter did not cast, there's no telling what would have happened if you entered Nigeria and had done the same playbook. Because we're all looking at the symptoms of these things. We're not facing the real problem. We're looking at the fruits of this tree. We're not looking at the roots of it. So it's the root I want to talk about because I'm very passionate about this, and I've always been a Pan-Africanist, and I'm always, pushed for self-love and mental liberation. So this hit home for me. So I will try to make this quick, but these are the points I want to make. This whole Russian guy situation has just shone a light on the unfortunate side of some of our mentality as African people. It has just reared its ugly head under this case of women sleeping with this average Joe. Literally, this guy is an average Joe. He's not even wealthy. He's not super good looking or anything. He's just an average Joe. This guy cannot pull the amount of women he's pulling here in Africa where he's from. So what is the cause of all of this? It is what I call post-colonial / post-slavery low self-esteem disorder. I don't know if that's the word, I just invented it today. I know it's like a phrase, but that is the problem. This is because we have romanticized, but there's just this superiority that we have given to the white skin, and I get that this is an age-long psychosis. This is not today old. This is something that has been inculcated in our brains since before I was born. This is something that they did not only enslave and colonize us economically, physically, they also did it mentally. And it's just unfortunate that after all these years, we are still in the same place. Tell me why these same women, if an African man pulls this same stunt with them, it probably won't work. And it shouldn't work. You're supposed to have self-respect. You're supposed to have standards. So normally it will not work. But why is it that it's working with this average Joe? Don't get twisted. The reason I'm not focusing on the guy is not because maybe the guy is a good guy. I feel like the guy is a piece of ish. He's not. I don't waste my time on him because he's not the problem. In particular, in this case, maybe he's part of the problem, but this is just a symptom. The cause is our mentality. There's something fundamentally wrong that we need to address within ourselves as African men, as African women. And let me tell you why I'm adding the men to this. This is just one branch of a very ugly tree. This is just one branch in the post-colonial / post-slavery mentality. This is just one branch. Because we do the same thing where a white person will visit the market and you see everybody in the market doing as if Jesus has just landed. Or we're all in a queue and a white person comes in Africa, we're in a queue in Nigeria or whatever African country, and then we're all standing in queues and this white person is just going to come from behind and go to the front of the line and nobody's going to say anything. But if an old African comes, a grandmother, someone that's very aged, comes and is trying to go in front of the line, you see all of us will lose our self-respect and like, no, everybody must wait on queue. We have forgotten our own values, which is to respect our elders, to revere those that have long experience. We have been able to adopt enough wokeness to know that don't matter, but we've not been able to liberate ourselves from this post-colonial low self-esteem, this post-colonial shackle that makes us revere these people. So this is not just about women. This is just something that's been born into us that is now rearing its ugly head in different phases. Whether it's women sleeping with average Joes that have nothing to offer, This man has been sleeping with African women in different countries without protection. Lord knows the STDs this man is carrying and he's spreading willy-nilly. Or is it the economic post-colonial slave disorder, where these people are still colonizing us economically? They are still involved in our politics indirectly because they are working with people who are selfish enough, those of us, our fellow Africans, that are selfish enough to sell their people, to sell our resources, to misuse all of our resources for their own selfish gain, but for the greater good of these colonies. Because it has not ended. Colonization has not ended. Slavery has not ended. It has just morphed. And when Dr. Umar is saying these things as if he's mad, fine, I know that not all white people are bad. I mean, like he said, I don't have any issue with this, with white people. Because that's what I'm talking about. Us, we mentally, we need to talk to ourselves. We need to liberate ourselves. Because this nonsense has to stop. It has to stop. We need to, teachers in school need to teach African children the history of colonialism, of slavery, and we need to impart the fact that we are not less than, we are equal to, we deserve to respect ourselves, we deserve to set boundaries. Parents need to teach this to their children because it's a mental thing. This is what leads to what another form of this thing is bleaching. Another form of this thing is bleaching. And I hate to say it, another form of this thing is also wearing wigs. And I'm wearing a wig right now, in this point, I am, how do I put it? I am guilty. So these are some of the ugly ways this tree with many branches rears its ugly head.